Hello friends, and welcome to today's piano tutorial. My name is Josh, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to play the song In the Stars by Benson Boone. Now this is a great song to learn. There's really just two main sections you have to learn. There are a lot of chords, but first I'm going to be showing you how to play kind of the entire thing, and then I'm going to be breaking it down step by step, chord by chord, so that you can learn how to play it for yourself. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. Now let's get started. Alright, so yeah, that's what we're going to be learning today. There is quite a few different chords that you have to learn, but once you get those down, it's going to be a lot of repeated parts, and I'm going to be breaking it all down step by step for you. So now let's get started with that. Alright, so today we're going to be looking at two main sections in today's song. Those are going to be the verse and the chorus. So let's get started by looking at the verse. Now the first thing to note is that this song is in the key of B flat major, so we're going to have two flats, B flat and E flat. Alright. Let's get started now by looking at that verse, and we're going to have three chords here in this first part of the verse. And those chords are going to be B flat, D minor, and G minor, okay? So we're going to start here with our B flat chord. So we're going to play B flat here, F, B flat, and D in the right hand, okay? Then we're going to go up to our D minor chord. So we'll play D, and then F, D, and F, okay? And lastly, G minor. So G, G, and B flat here. So as we start this verse, all we're going to be doing is just playing those chords one at a time. And actually, I'm going to leave out some of these bottom notes here in the right hand as I start, because it kind of leaves it a little more open as we're kind of getting into this. All right, so the B flat, D minor, and then G minor. And we're just going to repeat that 3 times. And listen to this little roll-up I do. You see, it's a subtle little thing, but it adds a lot instead of just playing them straight like this. See how that sounds really straight? Kind of a little too mechanical. We just want to add a little bit of personality. Instead of playing straight, you play just a very subtle little thing like that. All right, just like that. So after you play that 3 times, on the 4th time, now we're going to have some new chords here. We're going to start with our C minor chord. So C, G, C, and E flat. Then we're going to go down to our B flat chord again, just like before. And then go down to an F chord. And this is going to be an F over A, because we're actually going to play an A here in the bass. So A, F, A, and C. All right, so that whole first part of the verse again now sounds like this. All right, Now the second time through the verse, we're gonna start to add a little bit more, and the first thing I'm gonna do here is play octaves in the left hand, give it a bit more bass down beneath to kind of show that we're progressing now as we're moving into the second verse. And what I'm gonna do here in the right hand is, instead of just playing all the notes just once for each chord, I'm gonna start playing this pattern, and it's gonna sound like 1 and 2 and, okay? And for each chord, we're gonna do that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? And you see kind of here in the right hand, sometimes you can be a little loose with when you kind of play this repeated note here in the thumb. Sometimes you play it, sometimes you don't. Don't be too strict with yourself, just kind of play what feels natural. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So you see there, then we're just gonna play the exact same thing kind of for these last few chords. C minor, B flat, and F over A. All the same chords that we used before, just kind of adding a little bit more drive into them. But yeah, that's pretty much the verse. The second time through the verse, it's gonna be all the same chords, but you might play it like down here, for instance. Again, it's just about developing the verse as the song progresses. We don't want to play the exact same thing every time because then it gets a little boring, but if you mix it up, even if just slightly, it really makes the song a lot more interesting for the listener. So that's like the verse, and before we move on to the chorus, I do want to mention that in the bridge of the song, I'm not really showing you that, but that's going to be the same chords here. So that's just going to be B flat, D minor, and G minor. That's the part where he's singing, I'm still holding on, I'm still holding on. And that's kind of what you're just playing there. And then he, again, plays that last part. And then goes back into the chorus, you know. All right, once you've picked that up, now we can move on to the chorus. So here in the chorus, there are gonna be quite a few chords, but stick with it, you'll get it eventually. All right, so in the chorus, we're actually gonna have a bit of a pickup chord, and that chord is gonna be our B flat chord like we played before, but instead of playing B flats in the left hand, I'm gonna play Ds in the left hand, and that's gonna kind of help us pick up from our B flat to our E flat, because you see, we're just right below, and it kind of has a nice, just like kind of rising up sound as you're going from that D to the E flat in the bass, okay? So again, that first chord, D's in the left hand, F, B flat, D, just like before. And you can play this little melody if you want. D, F, G in the right hand, right there. And that's gonna take us to our E flat chord now. So E flat, G, B flat, E flat, and G here. All right, so let's review. B flat over D to the E flat. And this is kind of where the chorus starts here on this E flat chord. So we'll count here. E flat, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going back to B flat here, but with B flats actually in the bass this time. B flat, 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna go to F, so F, C, F, A, C, F, 2, 3, 4, and G minor, 2, 3, 4. That's G, D, G, B, D, B flat, D. Now we're gonna play one little transition chord, kind of like we were playing the B flat over D before, but this time I'm just gonna walk down in the bass from this G. So we're gonna walk down to this F, so that's gonna be B flat over F. So we're like on G flat, 2, 3, I'm still holding, and then we're gonna go right back to that E flat there. Do, 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 do. We're repeating now, B flat, F, 2, 3, and 4, and G minor. Then we're gonna continue transitioning down, and we're gonna start this third line. It's gonna start the same on our E flat, but it's gonna now change, and we're gonna go down to our B flat over D again. So E flat, B flat over D. Then we're gonna have 3 really good quick chords here, and it's gonna be the F, like we played before, this little transition chord right here, which is just gonna be an F sharp diminished. So F sharp, C, F sharp, A, C. You see it's just the same thing as an F chord, but with the F sharp instead. So 1, 2, 3, and we go to that G minor lastly, okay? A million different reasons, and then we're gonna keep walking down, use that B flat over F chord again, and then we're gonna finish with the last line here, E flat, and then we're gonna go to a new chord, E flat minor 6. So E flat, B flat, C, G flat, B flat, C, something like this. So basically, instead of playing this G like we do on a normal E flat chord, we're gonna drop it to the B or the G flat and then add the C on top. Something like that. And then we're just gonna end on our B flat chord. All right, and that is the chorus. I know that is a lot of chords, so let's review one line at a time. Okay, so in the first line, again, we're gonna play this little pickup, one pickup chord here, the B flat chord, and then this is where we start the first line. E flat chord, 3, 4, and B flat, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, and G minor, 2, 3. We're gonna transition down with B flat over F, and we're just gonna repeat exactly the same thing now. E flat, 2, 3, 4, B flat, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, and G minor. Transition down, and now the third line, this is where it's gonna change, okay? So we'll play E flat, B flat over D, and then the 3 quick chords, okay? F, F sharp diminished, and G minor. Keep walking down, then we go to the final line here, E flat and E flat minor 6, and on the B flat. All right, so break it down one line at a time. Eventually you'll pick it up. And as you saw there, you don't have to play just the chords, bring some rhythm into the right hand, kind of like we were doing on the verse, where instead of just playing the chord, you can bring a little pattern here like this. All right, so one last time. Now let me just play through that chorus so you can hear it all together. All right, there you go. But yeah, that is everything that you need to know to play the song In the Stars by Benson Boone. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, be sure to support me by leaving a like and a comment. Let me know if you have a song request down below, and hit that subscribe so you can see all my videos. Thanks for watching.